Hey everybody, Chris from Six Wins, and I'm here with Matt. And we're here to break down a couple of matchups for you, but we're going to do it with a little bit of a twist.
Ooh.
Yeah, so instead of doing the normal review, we're actually going to play Two Truths and a Lie.
Bringing it back.
Bringing it back. So we did this with a couple of the other matchups. Matt,
Didn't go so well.
didn't do so hot. No, so feel free to play along at home. We're going to do two matchups, and we're going to do a Two Truths and a Lie about each of the four actors.
Okay.
So the first matchup is the number 7, Bryan Cranston.
Okay.
And he was facing off against the number 15 seed Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Who pulled off the upset against Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
Okay, so get ready. Got your thinking cap on?
I'm thinking.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the first one up is the number 7 seed, Bryan Cranston. And if you never played this game, I'm going to give 3 facts about the actor. 2 of them are true. 1 of them is totally made up. And Matt has to guess which one is made up. So, Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
Fact number 1.
Okay.
He based the Walter White character on his father.
Oh, I can see that.
Bryan Cranston, number 2, has dual citizenship in the U.S. and Chile. Okay. And fun fact number 3, he was suspected of murder in the 1970s.
Of all the decades, right?
Yeah.
This is a tough one. One seems like it could be true, and it doesn't necessarily mean he was like based all the negative qualities. So I'm gonna say 1's true. 2 strikes me as something that could be true, but a different country. 3, I bet it was like a case of mistaken identity. Like they were just like, oh, like you have the same name. Like the other guy was like Bryan with an I, Cranston, and they like arrested him, and they're like, oh no, we got the wrong Bryan Cranston. I'm gonna go 2 is the lie. He does not have citizenship in Chile.
Okay, final answer?
You got it.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
You got it. I read a whole bunch of fun facts about Bryan Cranston. Nowhere did I come across anything about dual citizenship at all. So
Cool.
I just randomly threw that one out there.
Nice.
Okay, so the number 15 seed Russell Crowe. So fact number 1,
Okay.
he was a high school dropout. Fact number 2, Jodie Foster considers him a good friend.
Okay.
Fact number 3, he owns 4 exotic animals.
Ooh. So in doing some research of my own for Russell Crowe, I know he grew up in Australia. I think he was actually born in New Zealand and then like moved to Australia when he was 6 or something like that. I'm guessing he's friends with Jodie Foster, but if that's a lie, that's a good one. It just seems like, of course, Jodie Foster. But yeah, he's my good friend. 4 exotic animals. I mean, if that one's true, I should also have to guess the 4 exotic animals. So first I'm going to say number 1 is a lie, that he dropped out of high school. And I don't know if we know the 4 exotic animals, but I'm going to say he owns 2 crocodiles, I'm just going to pick Australian animals. This might be stereotyping. 2 crocodiles, a wombat, and a baby kangaroo.
Okay, final answer.
Yes. The lie is the first one. That's the most important thing.
The lie is the first one. Incorrect. He's a high school dropout.
Oh.
Jodie Foster does consider him a good friend.
Okay.
Nothing I came across says anything about exotic animals. And I picked a specific number because in the event that he did, it most likely
Odds
isn't
are
4.
it's
It's
not
probably
4.
1, 2, or 7.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so those are the 2. They came, head to head in a matchup. Who do you got and why?
So Russell Crowe and Bryan Cranston. I know Bryan Cranston has is a big following right now because of Breaking Bad, and then of course the other thing people know him in is like Malcolm in the Middle. So people look back and go, he's not just in Breaking Bad, he's in Malcolm in the Middle. But off the top of your head, because I can't, can you name one other thing you know Bryan Cranston in?
Seinfeld.
That's fair. He was in that. I can't think of another thing where he's a major role.
Yeah, so he was in Argo.
Okay.
And then he was in some movie about a president somewhere.
Okay.
I think he wasn't Lincoln, but I don't know. Call in if you know.
Yeah, maybe like the Frost Nixon, was he in that? Or
Could've
maybe
been.
like Vice with Dick Cheney or something. I don't know.
Dick Cheney.
So, I'm not going to say that Bryan Cranston's not a good actor because he hasn't been enough. Clearly he's phenomenal. But I would go Russell Crowe because he's also clearly phenomenal. And he's in a lot of films that a lot of people have seen, including myself. And I could name more than 2 things than just Bryan Cranston. So I would go Russell Crowe.
Cool. Good points. In fact, I was hanging out, shout out Matt Gill, hanging out with him last night. I know he watches some of our videos. We put out a lot, but was hanging out with him and some of the other buddies last night. And he brought up an interesting point. He said, if Bryan Cranston never did Breaking Bad, would he even be on the bracket?
Oh.
And it's like,
no.
Of course not.
Yeah.
But for me, that's kind of the point. You know, we talk about Gandolfini.
Yeah.
If Gandolfini had never done Sopranos, would he be on it? No.
But people were diehard Gandolfini. And they're
right.
like, he shouldn't lose in the first round. So
Right. And I wouldn't necessarily consider myself like a cinephile or like a super, super niche film buff, but like I've watched a good amount of movies and TV, and like Cranston's performance in Breaking Bad is up there. It's up there with top 3 favorite just roles. And I know it's easier to do with TV because you see it's more than 90 minutes. You know, it's hours and hours and hours where they get to explore characters and go through character arcs and such. But all that aside, I'm going Cranston hands down. Okay. And the viewers, the voters, the users, the followers, the subscribers, all you friends, voted Bryan Cranston as well. So Cranston's moving on to the Sweet 16.
All right.
And he's had a pretty good showing so far. He won. He won with some room to spare both times.
Yeah, riding that Breaking Bad wave. We'll see if it keeps him going, or if people finally go, enough's enough.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, you had brought up Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dick, can you hold my nuts?
Of course. Any reason?
Dick.
All right.
So we got another matchup for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we'll splice that out. Maybe we'll leave it. Who knows? So the next one is the number...
Can't splice it out. It wouldn't make sense if I eat these now.
Right. So we got to keep them in. We don't plan these ahead of time, except the fun facts. So the next matchup was the number 1 seed, Robert De Niro. And I've gotten 0 flack about putting De Niro at a 1 seed. I've gotten flack. Leo shouldn't be there. I've gotten flack about Hanks. People are like, Hanks shouldn't be there.
Really?
Like, he's fine, but like...
Nicholson? How about him? Anything about him yet?
Can't remember. I can't remember if I got any flack about Nicholson. But people are just like, yeah, De Niro?
Yeah.
He should be there. So he was a 1 seed. He went up against Matt Damon, who was 8 or a 9. He was a 9. He beat Keanu Reeves in the first round. De Niro beat Christoph Waltz in the first round. So the second round matchup, and here were some fun facts. So Robert De Niro, was he, fact number 1, cancer survivor? 2, he did Little Fockers for free. Fact number 3, he was questioned by French police over a prostitution ring. Prostitution racket. Sorry, I don't know what either of those are.
Holy crap. This is another one that I said this about Russell Crowe, and then I missed the question. But this is another one that I was doing research for, and throwing up facts for our own videos sometimes for some of our earlier matchups. Oh, I feel like all of these are true. I thought I saw all of these. I know whatever the first one was true.
Cancer survivor.
Cancer survivor. Okay. I think I'm pretty sure that was true, and I also think I saw that the third one was true. Okay. I think the second one sounds true, but I don't think it is. So I'm going to say number 2 is the lie.
Okay. Final answer?
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
I'm on fire today. 2 out of 3.
Nicely done. At least I haven't seen anything. I highly doubt he did any movie for free at this point in his career, but you never know. Call in if you know. And then the number 9, Matt Damon. Fact number 1.
I don't know facts about him.
He sued Matt and Trey after Team America. Number 2, he dropped out of Harvard 12 credits short. Number 3, he quit smoking after visiting a hypnotist.
Okay. I think I've heard number 2, so I think that one's true. I want to believe that Matt Damon is cool and that he didn't sue. I don't know what he sued for. You would imagine just like using his image and likeness and making a mockery of him. But I want to believe that Matt Damon is cool and gets humor and is okay being the butt of the joke. So I'm going to say number 1 is the lie, that he stopped smoking after a hypnotist. He did drop out of Harvard. I'm pretty sure that one's true. but that he did not sue Matt and Trey of South Park fame and Team America.
Okay. Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Ding, 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 ding. He did not sue Matt and Trey, and he is a cool guy.
He's a cool guy, confirmed.
Yeah. So in this matchup, did you have any thoughts? Anyone you were pulling for in particular?
I've like vaguely made my thoughts known because I was editing a video where I was like, Pacino, Pesci, and De Niro, I'm not going to vote for those guys. I don't have anything against them, but they all kind of mesh together in my head. And so I know they're all great actors. They just don't do movies that are really my cup of tea or like the things that I like to watch. And same with like the performances and the roles they play. They're not like the ones that I'm most engaged with. So I would go Matt Damon, but I acknowledge that from like an objective standpoint, Robert De Niro is probably a better actor.
Okay, cool.
How about you?
Yeah, I'd probably go De Niro. So we put it up to a poll, and the winner was Robert De Niro.
Yes, it was.
The 1 seed, he's strong. He's moving on to the Sweet 16.
Yeah.